and welcome once again. All Takes Valid, episode 77. As always, I go by Trill Trayy, joined once again with SP21, my main man, Vick. So, Vick, why don't you go ahead and give them a rundown for today's episode?
All right, so for today's episode, fellas, we will be discussing the current standings for the playoffs, referring to the NBA playoffs. The Western Conference is already wrapped up. We'll talk a little bit about that. And we're talking about the Eastern Conference finals, which will be going on tonight. Milwaukee and the Atlanta Hawks, game 6. Then after that, we will go over the Green Bay Packers' current state and the two situations of what they could potentially mean for the franchise. And to cap it off, we will talk about the NCAA's decision to now give players the ability to make money off their name. So, with that being said, first topic, playoffs, NBA.
Playoffs?
So the Phoenix Suns defeated the Los Angeles Clippers, as I told you would happen, but I'm pretty sure everybody knew that was going to come. But regardless, the Clippers were eliminated. Phoenix and CP3 gets his opportunity to get to his first NBA Finals and potentially win his first NBA championship. What are your thoughts on that?
Go ahead, Trey.
So when somebody earlier when the playoffs first started, you were seeing like some of the star team players that were getting hurt and everything. I had a friend who was like, "Oh, this is perfect for CP3 to get his ring." He's like, "I think a lot of people want to see it," and at the time I was just like, I mean, whatever. Like, it did really. I guess I didn't think they would get this far, really. So I didn't really put too much stock into it. But now and seeing the emotion and then really thinking back, like we've really watched this man's whole career, literally, and from when he was with the Hornets to all those years with the Clippers, and I mean, he's done. Like he's a Hall of Famer, even if he doesn't win, right? But this is his chance to go ahead and finally put that final stamp on his ticket. He doesn't have to go out like a Charles Barkley, for instance. Like he finally get his one shot and hopefully make the most of it. So shout out to CP3. He definitely those first two games, game was that 5 or 4 and 5?
Yeah, 4 and 5.
Yeah, he looked like he was hurting the team. He was a detriment. I was like, yeah, maybe we were talking about. I was like, Cameron Payne probably should have, kept starting. And I mean, he definitely came to play game 6. Like it was all CP3 at that point. Like
41 points to CP3.
he put the team on his back. He said, and what's funny is they had Lil Wayne was on the talk show with Skip and Shannon earlier. Well, after earlier this week though, and because him and CP3 got real cool. Obviously, Lil Wayne's from Louisiana, so when he was with the Hornets or whatever. But he was saying how after game 4 and 5, well, after game 4 where he played so bad, pretty much the conversation was just like CP3 was just confident, and he said that they was winning it in 6, and sure enough, they got it done in 6.
All right, Spence.
Well, it's hard to deny when you have 41 points with a hurt wrist. I guess there was something wrong with his shooting wrist, but I'm like, you scored 41 points, so it couldn't have been that bad. This was something that
I heard that came out the day after he has torn ligaments in his wrist, which is crazy because you couldn't tell at all.
No, everything was fine, but I mean, we were all kind of like suspecting this. it was hard for Paul George to drop 41 and to have him do it again. It takes a lot out. He's not as young as he was. He's a little bit older now. So dropping 41 might be a lot. But what kept the Suns alive was everybody playing key roles. DeAndre Ayton showing you why he was the number 1 pick. James Crowder showing you why that even though he might not have a lot of points, he's still valuable on the court no matter where. And Devin Booker is just coming alive. He's just tried to exert himself, to help his team get to where they are now. For the Clippers, I get it. Emotions are high. Everybody's still kind of salty. I get it, but come on, guys.
No, don't say say Pat Beverly. Come on, Pat Beverly.
I get it.
That's Bush League stuff, bro.
I get it. I get it. You're mad, but come on, bro. What if you got injured? That was a big fine.
What do y'all think about that whole situation?
It's two trash talking trash. Pat Beverly shook him, shot a 3. He was feeling himself. Chris Paul did that and sent you home. Oh yeah. Now you tight. But where was that energy when you're shaking them?
No,
it's not there no more, right? Copy.
Now, in terms of the because I've seen over the internet and it kind of had me puzzled. I honestly I was not able to watch the game 6 for the Suns versus the Clippers.
Western.
I wasn't able to watch that last one, so I didn't see everything that happened, but I did see the clip. Obviously, that's foul on Pat Bev for, pushing him in the back the way he did. Yeah. I know, CP3, he obviously said something to him that got him in the feelings, but, he retaliated. Now, did y'all think that was a flop? Because from what I'm seeing, everybody's saying that
for where he pushed him?
Well, yeah, when CP3 got hit, like they're saying that, he could have held himself up. I've seen plenty of people get pushed in the back and still keep their ground.
I don't think he. I mean, he didn't see him coming, so I don't know if he.
Right.
Yeah. I don't. To me, I didn't see a flaw when I seen.
I didn't see it.
I've seen it live, but
yeah, because
some people have that narrative, but
yeah, I just thought that was kind of. I thought that was a bit of a reach. Because for one, okay, yeah, we all know CP3 said something to Pat Bev after the shot, but the man did get pushed in the back, and it's not just like he got pushed in his midsection of his back; he got pushed on the upper part of it, which he was going into a crowd. So I mean, he probably was expecting one of his boys to kind of catch him, but at the same time, I mean, if somebody pushes you at that trajectory, it's kind of hard for you to really catch your balance on that. He did smirk when he landed on the ground, but he knew because he got in that boy's head. So I mean, I didn't see no flop in that.
Now earlier during that game, he did he got a penalty against Cousins in which he flopped to sell it.
Okay.
Like they were fighting, they were in the paint and because kind of extended his shoulder and his ball kind of.
Yeah.
He sold it.
Yeah, did LeBron?
He got the foul.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and then you seen Boogie Cousins. You could read his lips on the sideline. He's like, "That's why nobody mess with your punk ass," or something like that. So
yeah, but something like that. But I'm like,
I don't think the Pat Bev one that was an. I didn't see a flop. My thing though is your teammates. His teammates seen him coming and didn't do anything. That's, I don't know. That was y'all you run up and push him. Now, I'm not saying they should have retaliated because then I don't know. I know in Miami though on this. See, you gotta have somebody on the end of the bench like Haslam. There.
You done it
for situations like that. Because guess what? He was gonna check in and he would have checked Pat Bev. And he would have got thrown out the game, and it's cool. It doesn't hurt nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, coach.
That's what he there for. And let me check in real quick.
Hey, check in real quick. Hey, sit down. I got this.
Yeah. This is what they pay me for.
I got this. Sit down. I got this. Nah, I didn't see a flop. I mean, if you even look at it, he was about to congratulate his team. Like, yeah, man, timeout. So,
Ricky.
right. So I don't see a flop. Now, the one that Trey was referring to, yeah, DeMarcus Cousins one, yeah, that was a flop. You know, we're trying to get the call. But the other one, nah, it wasn't a flop.
Next season, they can't even do that because, you know, they.
Oh, yeah, the rules of it. Whew.
So.
Loving it.
Yeah, because apparently finding them hasn't worked for years. So I don't know what is going to be now if they flop on top of the fines with them actually placing, you know, rules in place. But we'll see how that looks next season. I'm sure it'll probably be less of that.
Oh yeah.
Maybe some of the superstars, maybe they'll still try to because, you know, their pockets are a little deeper. But
yeah,
like just your average players, yeah, it ain't.
Yeah,
it ain't worth it.
No, one thing I just wanted to comment on. Well, besides, I just want to highlight. Again, I didn't watch the game, but I did see, you know, look the short clip of the highlights of the game. You know, again, shout out to CP3, his big performance, his 41-point game. I mean, the Suns team really bounced. Well, they bounced back, but they really came through in the clutch because if they would have lost that game, that would have definitely put some big pressure on them. But as Spence mentioned earlier, with Ayton, the center, big game for him, 16 points, 17 boards. I mean, he definitely stepped up, gave them plenty of opportunities just from what I've seen. Now, one thing I want to say, I was disappointed in Paul George, 21 points, 9 rebounds. Marcus Morris had he led the team basically, 26 points. But yeah, it was just a disappointing performance from him. But, you know, again, all in all, with everything that the Clippers had to overcome in this postseason, especially going into the Western Conference Finals, definitely, you know, props to them. They fought to the end. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Eventually, it came to bite them on the butt. They couldn't dig themselves out that hole.
You can't keep giving people 2-game leads and think you're gonna come back.
Yep.
It's a weird fixation that the Clippers have that I knew it one day it's going to bite them in the butt. This is the day.
Hey, but on to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
So when we last talked, them boys was up 2-1.
I was surprised you're not eating chicken right now.
I actually did go, like I said, I went and I purchased some hot wings, cheese.
I hope they gave you the bubble guts all night.
Large Sierra Miss. Courtesy of my man Vick.
Hey.
Because he said they couldn't win two. And, you know, they were able to tie it up. But then, obviously, going into tonight's game, they are now down 3-2. I did not expect because they looked so good. That game forward, they tied everything up. And Vic, you know, was able to send me that money for them wings to be purchased. But, yeah, this is do or die tonight. If the Hawks play how they did game 4 or game 5, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
game 5.
Yeah, last game. Yeah.
If they look how they look game 5, it's a wrap. Because without Giannis, the Bucks, they look good, surprisingly. Like, and it was a total team effort. Like everybody did their thing.
What you seen from game 5 was
game 4, actually. Correct.
Oh, game 4, yeah. Game 4.
It was a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, game 4, you're right.
It was game 6 tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What you see from that is that Clint Capella is very detrimental for them. Trey can sit out maybe, Lou Will and everything can work, but if the paint is gone, we just seen not Blake Griffin, Brooke Lopez have a dunk show.
Mhm.
Man got 33.
That was a team effort though in Game 5. Like everybody on the Bucks.
Oh yeah, Bobby Portis Jr. Had big clutch shots. Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton, work what they have is just that, man, that interior defense is really, really, the interior defense is like really, really missing right there. Like without Clint Capella, who's their actually like their defender and rebounder, it just looked too easy for them. Now for this game, they saying Giannis is not playing, but Trey is. So
yes, rolled in.
So we'll see.
Well, then if Trey's gonna play, I don't know how healthy he is gonna be, but he's gonna do everything he can. Shit, the 7.
I think he's gonna just let it die on the floor.
Yeah, honestly, like when I heard of the injury, just like Giannis heard of the injury, I was already automatically saying he's probably not going to play the rest of the series, at least for Giannis. Trae Young, now he could play, but again, in terms of his effectiveness, I have lots of doubt on that, especially with a bone bruise in his foot. Yeah, he's not going to be himself. But I mean, technically, this is an elimination game for the Hawks, so he needs to go out there and play.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna try. Like you said, elimination game, a chance to go to the finals on the line.
Yeah,
you
got no choice.
He's gonna try what he can do. But I feel like if he's hurting the team, unlike what Harden did, I feel like he should come out if it's too much of a difference and he's hurting the team at that point. He should just pull himself out at that point.
I'm gonna say this is not Steve Nash. This is Nate McMillan. Nate McMillan knows like playoff basketball and how to like adjust from it. So like if he sees that Trey is doing more harm than good, he'll bench him.
I honestly think that it's gonna be a bad move for the Atlanta Hawks to let him play, but I get it as a competitor. You want to play that final game, but I just think it's going to be a bad move for Trae Young. He's going to hurt the team.
It's that Jalen Waddle thing.
National
championship. He wasn't 100%. He knew that. You could see that, but I mean, he's going to go out there. He's going to try. Like I have to try.
Right.
I mean, T.O. played in the Super Bowl with pretty much a broken leg. I mean, this ain't the first time, like people, like you said, as professional athletes, as competitors, especially games of like the magnitude that this is. It's not just like a regular season game where we got 40 more games to play this season. No, if y'all lose this game, that's it. Season's over. So I understand it.
Yeah, the biggest thing to me though, if the Hawks can get the Milwaukee Bucks to play similar to what they forced the Milwaukee Bucks to do, which in Game 4 they had them basically attempting 3 points, shooting outside. If they get them away from having scoring in the paint, which that's honestly the Bucks' strength, then they have a chance. But if they don't, and they attack that paint like we all know they will, the Milwaukee Bucks should probably win this by at least, I would say, 10. That's being generous.
Yeah.
But,
well, let's see. Game 5, what? You had Middleton go for 26, Lopez 33, Portis 22, and Drew Holiday 25.
Now, if y'all did this in the first place,
the odds of all of that happening again, I don't know if all of them going off like that again.
Yeah, I don't see them all going.
No offense, especially Bobby. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I mean, I give Atlanta a chance. I feel like Lou Williams is gonna be the X factor for this game. I feel like he got to go for at least 20 tonight. You got to get Capella going too. I need Capella to have like 15. Give me 12 boards. Yeah, that's what you're gonna need though. But we gonna see. The game actually should have just started as we are.
Yeah.
Speaking. It is now 8:40, and yes, Milwaukee is currently up 11-4. So we will definitely be tuning into that after we wrap up here to see how this goes. Either we're going to come in here on Tuesday and talk about a game 7, or we talk about what happened game 7. I'm sorry, because game 7 would take place Monday if that's the case.
Right.
Nonetheless, I guess Tuesday when we come in here, the series will be over one way or another, but
yeah,
will it be over tonight with a game 6, or is it actually gonna go to 7? That's what we're gonna find out.
Yep.
But more or less with that being said, I guess we go ahead and go on to next topic.
Mm-hmm.